Hi, I'm Christy. And before we talk about anxiety, panic attacks, obsessive thoughts, or the body, I want to tell you why I'm here. I'm not here as a psychologist who only learned this from books. I'm not here to give you quick fixes. And I'm definitely not here to tell you to just relax. I'm here because anxiety has been a part of my life. For a long time, I lived inside it. I learned how it feels from the inside. And for the last 15 years, I've been observing it in myself and in the people I've worked with. For a long time, I thought something was wrong with me. My body reacted before my thoughts did. My heart raced for no reason. My breathing changed. My stomach tightened. Sometimes the world felt unreal. Sometimes I felt unreal. And the scariest part wasn't the symptoms themselves. The scariest part was not understanding what was happening to me. I was constantly asking myself, is this anxiety? Or is this something serious? Am I losing control? Will this ever stop? If you're listening to this and thinking, yes, that's exactly how I feel, this podcast is for you. For many years, anxiety felt like an enemy. Something I had to fight, control, eliminate. I tried to outthink it. I tried to avoid it. I tried to prove to myself that I was safe. And the more I tried to get rid of it, the louder it became. That's one of the most important things I learned over time. Anxiety doesn't disappear because you fight it harder. It doesn't calm down because you force yourself to be calm. And it definitely doesn't go away just because someone tells you you're fine. At some point, my relationship with anxiety changed. Not suddenly, not magically, but slowly. I stopped seeing it as a bug in my system and started seeing it as a signal. Not a signal that I was broken, but a signal that my nervous system was overwhelmed. That shift changed everything. Over the years, I studied psychology. I worked with people who live with anxiety, panic attacks, obsessive thoughts, depersonalization, and constant bodily symptoms. But I never separated theory from reality because I know how these states feel at 3 a.m. I know how it feels to scan your body, to Google symptoms, to fear your own thoughts. I know how convincing anxiety can be. That's why I don't talk about anxiety as a theory, I talk about it as a place I've been living in. This podcast is not therapy, and it's not a replacement for professional help, but it is a space where anxiety is explained honestly, without drama, without shame, without pressure to heal fast. Here, we'll talk about why anxiety feels so real in the body, why panic attacks are terrifying but not dangerous, why obsessive thoughts stick, why reassurance doesn't work, why trying to control anxiety often makes it stronger, and most importantly, how to stop being afraid of your own state. If you're here because you're scared, you're not weak. If you're here because you're tired, you're not broken. And if you're here because you don't recognize yourself anymore, you're not alone. This channel exists because I know how isolating anxiety can feel, and because understanding changes things, not overnight, but deeply. If you stay with me, we'll talk, we'll unpack, we'll slow things down. No labels, no rushing, no pretending anxiety is simple. Just real conversations for people living with anxiety. Welcome.